Hey there, Scorpios, my fellow Scorpios. Welcome to the new year, 2025. I hope it's been a great start. I've had over 200 subscribers, so I'm pretty excited because that's a pretty good start to my year. You know, I'm now aiming for 300, of course. That's what happens when you reach one goal, you end up aiming for another one. So thank you so much to my subscribers and supporters of my channel and for leaving your comments and your likes, your thumbs up on my videos. It really helps me to be able to, be motivated to create more content. So getting straight into it, Scorpios, I got creativity in the crystal ball. I also got new beginnings. So fresh energy coming in, which isn't really a surprise given that the time of year, you know, it's almost a bit like our own card, the death card, a death and rebirth happening. Like we've ending old cycles and wanting to heal the old energy to bring in the new. Creativity, of course, is something that we do for ourselves, but also it brings blessings to the world as well. So any of creative pursuits, if you've had something sitting around, dust it off, because I feel like there's a lot of opportunity coming through this year for Scorpios. There's a kind of Mars energy, like a fire that's within us. It's going to help us to get going on things. So I think we've had a lot of stuff parked up, and this year we're going to have more energy to get going, picking up things that we've been avoiding and getting started on them, getting through projects. It's just felt like last year, maybe it was the year number being an 8 year, maybe it felt like the handbrake was on, but a 9 is feeling like 2025 by adding up the numerals, you get a 9. So a 9 year is ruled by Mars, which is, of course, Mars and Pluto being our ruling planet. So really a great year for us. And it's going to make us motivated. It's going to make us stand out. I think we don't want to be the shrinking violet. We don't want to sit back anymore. I think we want to show people what we're made of, but also do a great sort of display for ourselves so that we can see what we're made of. I think sometimes when we do our creative pursuits, you know, a product or a vision or a sketch or a drawing or make something or, you know, finish an assignment, anything like that we present, we're like, there you go, that's what I'm made of. You know, maybe it's gardening, perhaps it's something that you like to do. Scorpios tend to be good when we're in that creative energy because it's good for water signs who can be quite emotional to get things out in the material and speaking things, writing things, drawing, artwork, brings it into the 3D, makes our thoughts and our dreams tangible. And I think you will be getting a lot of visions in the dream world. So even if you aren't considering yourself very creative yourself, the ideas are there and you'll have the right networks to be able to have those people put your ideas into reality. So maybe that's, you know, a graphic designer, somebody in marketing, somebody who you could describe what you want and they're going to be able to bring it into the material world. So that was what I was getting for Scorpios, new beginnings and creativity. Let's see what comes up in the Morgan Greer tarot deck for us Scorpios. Already got the Hierophant here, Taurus energy. So that's interesting, our balancing out sign. And this is something from above being presided over. So it could be something like committed relationships. Sometimes I see it as something being formalized. It could be contracts. It could be if you're going into a business or something like that, you know, getting somebody to look over things, sorting stuff out in that kind of respect. Also feeling that it's got that, you know, like somebody looking over. It could be, like I said, commitment. It could be if you're coming into a new country and you're becoming a citizen, that type of energy as well. Something from above. You've got our own energy coming through here. So the Tower card, wonderful. You really need to go and have a look at the Pisces reading because it's a fellow water sign who got this, and I was thinking about this card for them, but I was talking about the death card for us, the death and rebirth, the Tower card being a Scorpio card of ours, because this is similar It's when the foundation of something was built on, you know, rocky ground, it's going to have to tumble down now. So something is going to need to fall and crumble for us to be able to have the fresh energy come in. Sometimes with fixed signs such as ourselves, we can clutch on to ideas, relationships, workplaces, things that have become a bit toxic for us. And instead of using our voice and communicating and moving out of things, we have to wait for it all to explode and come crumbling down before we can start again. So this energy could be around, it could be natural disasters going on too. There might be actual literal fires, storms, tidal waves, you know, things going on where you are that feels like it's shaking up the energy. But just like when storms come and they sort of obliterate everything, you have to kind of start again. You're forced to look at the foundations and rebuild. So that's what we're being forced to look at things again. You know, if it wasn't working, have the conversations, and now's a good time to start again. Even with your creative projects, it's funny because we've got, even with your creative projects as well, going back and looking at it again, if something needs to be adjusted, don't, you know, I'm seeing like with pottery, when somebody's got the raw material and they've done the pot and it's wonky and they don't like it, they're not happy, but they're like, oh, I put so much effort in. I can see you kind of smashing it, taking it all the way back, adding the water and getting it back to where it's sort of slurry and back to clay, and then, hey, go again. And it becomes something really amazing. You've got another major arcana here, the Lovers card coming through, this being Gemini energy. So we've got a Taurus, Scorpio, and Gemini energy coming through in the reading today. The Lovers here, it could be that you're having conflict in a committed relationship too that needs sorting out, Scorpio. Bottom of the deck, the Ace of Cups. I'm happy to see this because it means that, you know, love is here. The cup is overflowing here. It's again the hand of God coming with the emotions here. I always see this as the beautiful white dove of peace, and you know, peace lilies here on the water. So a nice peace after the Tower card, and underneath that we've got the Two of Swords. So there is a sort of decision making, maybe from having a lack. You know, maybe lack of emotions, lack of something, and it's caused you to be in this feeling like you're blindfolded, but you need to take a path and you don't know which way to move. So that's quite interesting. It could be in relation to love, given that we've got the Lovers cards here. I'm going to pull a Romance Angel card from the Oracle card deck of Doreen Virtue, just to see if there's any energy here coming for relationships. But yeah, I mean, it could be to do with a marriage that has gone, you know, is not going well, because this is like my commitment card, like a priest that would be overseeing a serious commitment. And you got the Tower and the Lovers. So, you know, it could be something that really does need work. It does need to have effort and energy put into it, or, you know, letting things crumble to have fresh energy come through. And that could be also relevant. Maybe you've let something go recently. Maybe it was in the time of Scorpio, and now, you know, you're looking for fresh energy. So the card that you got from the Doreen Virtue Romance Angels deck is Keep an Open Mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. So there's a good message for us Scorpios as well. So keep an open mind. Your soulmate may differ from your usual type and expectations. Well, when I think about that, I think about you know, the fact that things don't always go smoothly in relationships, and people are often very different. You know, they can often, my throat chakra is being affected by this too. You can hear my voice. So, you know, we can often see things that we don't agree with, or we don't have the same values. We may not have the same religion. We may not have the same backgrounds. Culturally, there can be a lot of differences with, and your soulmate might come, maybe they look quite different to what you expected. But it's saying keep an open mind, you know, and maybe you do have to keep an open mind. Maybe it does seem like a lot of turmoil But keeping that openness could be what is helpful. Maybe because my throat chakra got choked up, maybe being able to communicate and speak your truth is going to be helpful. I've grabbed a card from the Naked Truth Twin Flame Soulmate readings, and it says, I'm ready to come clean. I can't lose you again. So that's a message for somebody. It might be yourself because of the throat chakra, like I'm ready to come clean, and you don't want to lose the relationships, and maybe you've got to speak up and talk about, you know, something that's going on. Or it could be that somebody else actually is going to admit, if you're in a relationship, that things aren't, you know, working. So it's also that side of things. Or it could be a past relationship where somebody is going to perhaps come back who might have been in your past, and maybe you need to keep an open mind and listen to what is being said. So Scorpios, lots of information there. Don't forget your creative pursuits though, because I'm seeing this like a painting. You know, I'm really feeling like that is going to make you feel emotionally nice and stable. Your lucky numbers are 5, we've got 16, we've got 6, we've got 1, we have 33 coming to me. Let me just have a look in Smoke for more. 3, 43, 8, 88, 6, 12. Quite a few there. Okay, thanks so much, Scorpios, for tuning in. And yeah, thank you so much for your support, for subscribing, liking my videos, and of course, yeah, leaving your comments so that I know what's going on, because, you know, it's nice to be a bit of a sticky beak and hear how it relates to you. Thanks so much, Scorpios. I'll catch up with you soon. Bye.